Well, howdy. This is Eddie Schedule, your friendly senior organizational development consultant here at the Woodlands. And I wanted to share a quick video tip with you. I'm going to try to do these once a week or once every couple of weeks, just to kind of give you some leadership ideas of things that we talk about in our various workshops and as I go out and work with leaders. So today's topic is about how do we get our team in a solutions mindset. In other words, instead of just complaining about things or talking about what's wrong, we want them to start thinking about taking ownership of it. In other words, this is an opportunity for us to get better, and here's a solution for that. Well, I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips. The its first one is setting a rule for your meetings. You want to have meetings to talk about your opportunities for improvement, but you also don't want folks just to sit there and complain, because then it just turns into a meeting where nobody leaves with any ideas or feeling energized after that meeting. You basically have just sat there and complained for an hour or however long your meeting is. So what you want to do as a leader is you want to set the rule. And that rule is that when you come to the meeting, bring your opportunity for improvement, but bring a solution with it. In other words, bring your issue, but have a solution on the other side of that, or we're not going to talk about it, period. Because then we're just wasting everybody's time and complaining. So when you start setting this rule, one of the things that it will do is it will start to get people to think about, okay, so this is something we can improve on, and this is how I see us improving on it. So now you get your team to start thinking about solutions and start to take ownership of it. One of the other things that you'll find from that is those little things that people are just complaining about because maybe they just don't like it because it's something different for them or it wasn't how they did things at another place. Those things start to kind of fade away over time as long as you stick to that rule. And that's one of the things as a leader is you need to stick to that rule, is saying, okay, that's an opportunity. What is the solution that you've brought in, how we might fix that, and make sure you stick to that. The next tip on that is learning the word however. This was something I watched a nurse manager do, using this word in a very strategic way. And this really helps out when you've kind of taken over a team, or you have a lot of inconsistency in how people have been held accountable, or that things or issues have been fixed in the past. And so here is the thing, is that when a person starts talking about, well, this is a problem and this has always been a problem, is you as the leader is looking right back at them and saying, well, I could see where that is very frustrating. However, we want to be better than that, right? And then most of the time you're going to get them shaking their head yes, or saying, yeah, we definitely want to be better. And that starts to get them on your side, to start thinking about, yeah, we do want to be better than that. And then you can start focusing on the solutions, because that's going to happen, especially when you've taken over a new team as a leader. And a lot of times you're put in that leadership position because they feel that you can fix whatever is broken. So a lot of times that's inconsistency with accountability. So learning that word, however, as soon as they throw that at you of saying, well, our night check people don't do this, in saying, I can see where that's very frustrating. However, we want them to be better, right? And getting them to shake their head, yeah, we definitely do. So let's talk about how can we make this better as a team, and get people focused on solutions. When you get people focused on taking ownership and solutions and not just complaining, you start to be able to take steps forward in improving things. And not only that, when they know they're going to be held to not just complaining, but being asked for a solution, people start to get in that mindset. Okay, well, we know our manager we need to bring this up to them. So let's think about a solution, because you know that they always ask us, what is the solution to this? And when you get your team thinking that way, you really start to move forward and start to get consistency, and you start getting the team to hold themselves accountable. So those are the two tips. Set the rule that we're going to talk about our opportunities or issues, but you have to have a solution or we don't discuss it at the meeting. Now, I'll say one caveat to that is that sometimes people just don't know what the solution is. And that's where you, as the leader, say, I can understand that. So let's talk one on one about that to see if we can come up with a solution together on that in case you are stumped. But let's not bring that to the meeting, because the meeting is to talk about solutions. So stick to that rule. That next thing is that word, however, making sure that you learn that when people say, well, this is really messed up, well, I could see that's very frustrating for you. However, we want to be better than that, right? So those are just a couple of tips for you this week. Have a great week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.